It's working, Larson.
Huzzah!
It's working.
Hooray!
Which one does this?
That's not the right size.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Non-News. Non-News. Did you like my title intro there? It was smaller than it should be.
Oh. Really?
So I have to apologize, first of all, everybody.
For what?
I have to apologize because there was no non-news
Oh, yeah.
for 3 weeks. There was actually a non-news last week, but I didn't record it with
would have
audio.
been the silent film edition.
Yeah, right. No audio.
That's what you should have done, is just uploaded it with no audio.
Oh, God.
And try to find some, piano music and put on, black and white. Some film filters.
Some titles.
Yeah, that'd be good. That sounds like a lot of work.
It's actually not a bad idea. Like a couple titles here and there. Yeah, no, I just need one title
of what the story is.
Of what the story is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually a good idea. I might do that for next week.
Okay.
Let's see here. First up in non-news.
Non-news.
The real reason Ronda Rousey missed Raw last week after she had been advertised to be at all the Raws leading up to Mania. Apparently she was getting her physical done. Or she was getting some sort of physicals done. And then she did the Ellen show.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know. It's surprising to me that they couldn't just have her shipped over to Raw real quick. But whatever. I guess physicals and Ellen were more important.
Yeah, I'm surprised the physical wasn't done before she signed her contract.
The physical could have apparently been done at any point.
No.
I don't know why it had to be done the day of Raw. It still kind of smells a bit fishy, metaphorically speaking. But her being on Ellen is like an opportunity for a big crossover, whatever stuff.
Yeah.
Next. Bad news for John Cena.
What?
Not only is he going to be going to WrestleMania, he has to pay a ticket to go to WrestleMania. He lost out on an acting job. It turns out this is from Wrestling Observer, the stories of Cena being in the Blues Clues remake were not true.
That was a rib.
Yeah, it was actually a deal where Cena did a mock audition that was shown at the Nickelodeon advertising upfronts March 6th. It was just a comedy sketch, and everybody was well aware that the Blues Clues was not going to be starring John Cena. That fucking bums me out. I would have loved to have seen Blues Clues starring John Cena. But it's not happening.
Not happening. Not going to happen.
However, we might be looking at another Oscar nomination for John Cena. This will make his second Oscar nomination.
Well, he wasn't nominated for Ferdinand, man.
According to...
The movie was nominated, but he himself was not nominated.
According to the Wrestling Observer himself, the movie Cock Blockers... They call it blockers, but there's clearly a picture of a cock above it.
Chicken, yes.
A rooster. Rooster?
A rooster, sorry, yes.
Rooster's a cock.
Yeah, sorry.
Cock of the walk.
Yes.
You don't go to Safeway and say, "You got any rotisserie cocks? You got any warm rotisserie cocks?"
No, you don't ask that.
No. Anyways, the movie Blockers, about a group of parents, seen as one of them, who are trying to keep their daughters from losing their virginity on prom night. It's gotten strong reviews thus far. Reviewers say it's really funny. I smell Oscar bait.
Probably not.
Absolutely. Definitely. Comedies. Always. Oh, the Oscars love comedy.
Oh, they always get their due come award season.
They really do. Who was bitching about that before?
Oh, it's been a
No, I
common
know.
thing.
It's been a thing, but there was somebody specifically fairly recently talking about that. I forget who it is. Anyways, Kane, as we all know, he's running for mayor of Knox County, Tennessee. The primary is on May 1st. Mm-hmm. So if you're in Knox County, Tennessee, May 1st is your day to show your appreciation for the big red machine monster guy. More political news because this is non-news.
Turn into 538 all of a sudden. Huh?
Exactly. Also in the news. Who is that? Who is that guy? Wrong.
Oh, John
McLaughlin, the McLaughlin Group. Yeah.
Yeah.
Linda McMahon spent more than $68 million in political donations over the past decade.
She's like number one in New York, wasn't she?
She was number one in New York, really? Oh, yeah, look at that. This is the biggest in New York State, according to a story on the Fast Company website. Man.
That's a lot of money.
She lives in Connecticut.
Yeah.
But she was listed as the biggest donor in New York State.
Well, it's right next to New York.
Wow.
We found that out when we went to Connecticut last year, but we flew into New York.
We flew into New York and it was just a hop, skipping away.
Like an hour away. We had to drive.
We had to drive, huh? We're going to go and make some political donations now. Anyways, yeah, Linda McMahon doling out lots of money. Man, $68 million.
That's a lot to give away.
That's
just politicians.
I know, man. They're all just a bunch of con artists. All those politicians. Con artists, Larson. Paige, back on the scene dating.
Yeah, so I've heard.
Kalon Blem, a bass guitarist from some rock group named Attila. Apparently they've been dating since her and Alberto Del Rio split up. She just needs to be single for a little while. Look, take my advice. You're 25. You're very attractive. You got a good head on your shoulders. Your neck not so much. But just take some me time. Take some me time. You don't have to jump from guy to guy. You know? Take some me time. Anyways. It's kind of sad these days watching her come out with Absolution. Kind of awkward.
I know. You can tell all she really wants to do is wrestle.
I know.
It's a bummer.
I know. It's like, what are you really doing out there? This is great. Update on the Lucha Underground cease and desist letters.
Oh.
This is great. So as many of you out there may or may not know, Lucha Underground, after Ryan Satin published spoilers for Lucha Underground.
On Pro Wrestling Sheet, yes.
Yeah, as have lots of other dirt sheets.
Yeah. Ryan
Satin got a cease and desist from Lucha Underground. And apparently Steve Bryant, I don't know who Steve Bryant is, but he received one too. Maybe, I don't know. Probably a dirt sheet guy. It appeared to backfire in the sense that it made the company look really bad and didn't stop anybody from printing any information on the tapings. So it didn't do what it was supposed to do. In fact, right after this is the newsletter also, right after this, Meltzer goes on to detail the tapings himself.
Oh, I know.
So that's awesome. Let's see here. This is interesting, though. It says the audience, some fans started to think it was their job to make sure no info got out and started harassing people who they thought may have been paying too close attention. I wonder what the evidence, what the actual...
Like if people are on their phones.
What's the meat of the story there?
Like on their phones typing stuff a lot?
Detailing or something? Like how do you police people who are paying attention to something? So I'm kind of curious.
Not just paying attention, but paying too much attention.
If you're paying to, like, what's the limit of how much attention you can pay?
If you're on your phone typing, you're not really paying attention to what's going on.
Right, exactly. You're typing.
Maybe half your attention on what's going on.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you try to keep one eye like this, but you're not really paying attention to either thing.
Are they watching the number of times somebody blinks?
What is blinking a sign that you're paying attention or not paying attention?
Well, the less you blink, the more you're paying attention. Because when you blink, you can't pay attention.
Oh my gosh. There's no science behind that.
I'm speculating here. I'm just thinking, like, if somebody's like this, they're not closing their eyes at all. I'm paying full attention right now.
No, the only thing you're doing by not blinking is making your eyes dry.
No attention. No attention. See? Look at the ratio there.
See, I'm paying attention to you, and I'm blinking all over the place.
Then you're not really paying attention.
There's more senses than just sight.
This is interesting here.
That you can use to pay attention.
Smell. Hold on. Smell. Auditory.
Yeah.
Taste. Feel.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pay all the attention.
You gotta stick your nose out like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, breathe through your mouth so you can taste the proceedings.
So you can taste it. Exactly.
Yeah.
This is a funny note, though. A lot of the wrestlers are really embarrassed for the company with the feeling that all that legal money spent on legal fees for a non-case could be spent trying to market the product or bring in talent with the budget cut way back. We want some of that legal money.
Here's the thing. If spoilers get out and they sound interesting, I'm going to hazard a guess, people might want to tune in.
Impact spoils their shit all the time.
So does NXT.
Impact had Sami Callihan wreck Eddie Edwards' eyeball. Ratings went up.
Yeah. Because everybody knew about it.
Yes, exactly.
There's something major going on in NXT. I'm not going to say what it is for those who haven't been paying attention to
spoilers. I really want to watch this now.
Now everybody wants to see it.
Yeah.
Because they announced that they spoiled it. It builds anticipation sometimes, spoiling things.
What kind of jackass? And honestly, when I saw that makes me want to cover, granted we don't, it makes me want to cover Lucha Underground even less. You know? What the heck? Conan underwent hip replacement surgery.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, this was his third one.
Wow.
How many hip? You have one hip.
No, you have two.
There are two hip. They're separate things.
One for each leg, yes.
They're separate things?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you just had one pelvic area.
You have one pelvic bone.
Right. That's
attached
the middle.
to that bone are hips on either side of it.
Are hips?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
There's a ball and there's a socket. And you can either break the socket part, which require a full replacement, or if you break the ball, they might be able to replace that part of your femur bone.
I wonder whatever happened to that guy who I helped. That was the most disturbing shit ever, man. Me and my dad, I know you know the story. I'll tell them. My dad and I were coming out of a Kings game, right? And then as we're walking, we hear some dude fall. Or we see a guy fall. And I thought it might have been just him falling against it made a sound like that, right? But it makes me wonder if I heard his hip snap or something.
Maybe.
Because he fell and he was like, ah! And he looked like an affluent guy, right? Like sort of a rich guy. But he looked like he was in his mid to late 60s. But like well put together. And so my dad and I go over there and we help him up. He's like, oh. He was like, oh, God. I was like, you okay? He's like, oh, no. He's like, every time I lift up my leg, I try to lift up my leg, I can just feel my hip in there. I think I broke it because I just feel it floating around in there. I'm like, oh, that is disturbing. And then he looked me dead in the eye and says, getting old sucks. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm 40.
He's like issuing a warning to you.
Yeah, I know. Exactly, right?
Don't get old.
I'm going to go home and take a bunch of sleeping pills now. So I don't get there. Anyways, yeah, Conan, hip replacement surgery. He's been, according to Meltzer here, he's been in great pain for the last 10 years.
Oh, my goodness.
From working too quickly after his second one, and his hip had become loose. So if my math is correct, he got his last one when he was like 44.
Yeah.
I'm like, you and I are both just a couple years away from that.
Yeah, but also you hadn't been wrestling for 20 years or so prior to that.
Viva la raza. Finally, no, I've got two more things here. Well, one of them isn't really a big deal. It's an impact news. So, of course, their show in New Orleans. I like the moves that Impact's been making, so I'm not dogging them much anymore. But I do kind of appreciate this. So it's built around this idea of Impact Wrestling versus Lucha Underground, right? But the thing is, I noticed this when I started looking at the lineup. A lot of the people that are fighting at this event were already pulling double duty.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, Sammy Callahan is taking on Eddie Edwards, but Sammy Callahan, I think he's supposed to be Jeremiah Crane.
Yeah.
But he's being billed as Sammy Callahan. So it's just two Impact guys.
Yeah.
If they build it Jeremiah Crane, it'd be one thing. But that's actually an I Quit match.
Yeah.
From their angle exclusively in Impact.
Yeah.
Let's see here. King Cuerno wrestles in that's the Lucha Underground character.
Yeah.
He also wrestles in Impact as El Hijo de Fantasma, I believe.
Okay.
Drago has spent plenty of time in Impact.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I think Desmond Xavier spends time in Lucha Underground. I'm not sure about Andrew Everett. So it's funny. They're just kind of using a lot of the overlap that's there anyway.
Yeah. It's not like Penta's going to come wrestle for an Impact show. Huh?
Right. Although, right, I know exactly. I did read, though, in the newsletter that apparently Ishimori, who was just the X Division champion, not the X Division champion. Was he the X Division champion? Yeah, he was the X Division champion. And Matt Seidel was the grand champion in Impact. They just had a title unification match. I don't know if it was unification or if it was just title versus title.
Yeah. Champ versus champ.
Champ versus champ. Matt Seidel went over. Ishimori lost his belt. Ishimori's a fantastic wrestler. He's leaving Pro Wrestling Noah, which is his home territory, saying he might be WWE bound.
Oh, wow.
So one to keep an eye on. And then finally, Truth Exposed Wrestling.
Oh.
So last week, in the episode that never aired, we talked about a mysterious promotion in Nashville.
Oh, yeah.
That is going to be filming soon.
Is there any more news on that?
Yes, there is. I'm glad you asked. Listen, it gets even more mysterious.
So
too.
is it Aero Lucha?
It doesn't say. We still don't know. Listen to this. The mysterious promotion that is doing television tapings in the Nashville area will be doing the shows in Brentwood, Tennessee for 3 days, starting on 3/27. They are sending invitations to attend as there are no tickets being sold. And they have noted that there will be no chairs and told people to be prepared to stand for the entire tapings.
Oh, that's interesting.
Listen to this. They also told fans not to wear any pro wrestling t-shirts or T-shirts with logos of any brands, nor sleeveless shirts. They also noted they are overbooking, so if people get there late, they may not get in. What is this? It's like the secret sex club from
Eyes Wide
Shut. No sleeveless shirts, no logo apparel.
Well, they don't worry about
is it like
IP
some
issue and having to blur stuff out.
Some
probably.
sort of like communist thing where you have to wear like the most bland
Like I told you
outfits?
last time, I know Aero Lucha is shooting in Nashville, or they're based in Nashville, I believe. That's the promotion the Harris brothers are working on. That would be my guess, is Aero Lucha.
This is some sort of sex club.
No. If they're doing it without seats and just like packing everybody in this theater where they're shooting, that's kind of cool. It's like a hood slam type thing. There's no seats.
Better not be a 3-hour show.
Oh, well, yeah.
Hood slam doesn't have chairs?
No, everybody stands.
Really?
Yeah, I believe so.
How long is their show?
I don't know, a couple hours.
You gotta stand there for 3 hours?
It's like going to a concert.
Oh my god.
And stand for the whole time.
3 hours,
Wear
man?
comfortable shoes. Get some Ultra Boosts. They're comfy.
I gotta get a hip replacement surgery before I do that.
All right, get on it then.
That was weird.
Excuse me.
Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate it.
Bye, everybody. See you next time.